Arianna here. It is time to check in. So today's topic, number one, good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Before we even get into the topic, good morning. So today is a beautiful day. I had spent some wonderful time this morning with getting into my routine of love. And my routine of love exists me working out or meditating in the morning, checking in with myself, also journaling, as well as working out. So when I work out, I get into this habit or to this routine of what I call love, and making sure I put proper foods in my body. I'm getting a lot of water, make sure you drink your water. So it's very much needed for love. So today's topic, number one, is we're getting ready to take on all of these new energies. Well, we're already here. We're already in that phase. Many of you have been led to me because, number one, you want something different in your life. You probably are learning more about spirituality. And I really want to talk about how to differentiate a life of spirituality and differentiate a life of you, of your soul, of you, your purpose. But many of you probably just came to me because you wanted to know something. You needed to learn something new. You could be growing very much or very rapidly. You wanted to separate from traditional things or traditional ways about thinking, about doing, about being. So now you're here. So first, like I said, welcome. Let's get into the topic of how to choose the path of love, or how to choose a path of love. I was connecting this morning and Spirit just guided me to touch on this subject. So we'll be doing that for today. So it wasn't until during my morning meditations and my morning workout sessions, I go into the trees, I go in the woods, and I spend a significant amount of time with the earth, with connecting. And there were principles that came up about how to choose the path of love, because we are now in a frequency where we can get so caught up into trying to build our exterior self, our exterior souls. It's easy to invest or put time or money or even attention into our exterior body, our frequency of our bodies, of the avatar that we're in, but it really doesn't do anything or serve much of a purpose beyond the exterior way of getting things or getting by. When you tap into something that is way more deeper, way more interpersonal with your process of learning, with your soul, you tap into an aspect where you're not building your avatar, but you're building your soul. And in the soul process, in this soul process that I've been into, I'm learning more and more about how it takes time to invest in your soul, but most importantly, it takes commitment. It takes a point where you have to become aware of what you're choosing in life. So this led me on to how to choose a path of love, because love is a choice. And I'm not talking about the love as in relationships, or the love as in kindness with others, the love as in intimacy. I'm talking about a genuine self of love, a genuine energy frequency of love that you have with yourself, with your higher being, with the person that you are. Now, we can get caught up into a lot of different spirituality systems. Now, let's face it, when you come out of religion, it's easy to want to look for something that is going to cause some sort of attachment to you. So because a religion teaches us that all things are attached, right? There is the preacher or pastor that's attached to the congregation. There's the congregation that's attached to this word or this Bible or these commandments that say do what you are supposed to do, or else you're deemed to go to what. So, when you come out of religion, you get used to want to have some sense of attachment. Even in relationships, when it's time to call someone out of your life or time to move forward, you get some sense of attachment. We are beings, I believe, that we are beings of attachment, where we're just calling these things forward, and we just want to attach to this and attach to that without really doing a lot of the work. So this is why I want to touch on this subject on how to choose a path of love, because a path of love forces you to look within. It forces you to work within. Now, a path of love does not require exterior systems. So, if let's say let's say you leave religion and you go into other things like Buddhism or Hinduism, or whatever the case may be, it doesn't require that. A path of love literally requires a path of choosing you. Now, oftentimes we can get distracted, like I said, by all of these different systems, and then we forget and refuse to connect with our daily souls and our daily spirits. 9 times out of 10, if you're waking up and you're grabbing your phone, then you are not choosing a path of love. Why? Because the path of love, it gives you that time that you need to connect with yourself and your soul. You have to set away that time, away from everything else, away from all other things which you would like to connect with, and say, this is the path of me. Now, even if you get up with an alarm system, right, and you have to turn that thing off, that's fine. But if you decide to put your phone down for at least 5 minutes and take a couple of deep breaths to just connect with your spirit and your soul, then you're choosing that path of love, because you're giving yourself time to hear what is needed for you today. You're giving yourself time to know or feel what you need for today. Because oftentimes we get off balance because we're just go, go, go. We're slaves to our mind, to the mental things that go on in our mind. The mental things of waking up, oh, I gotta wake up and I gotta fix breakfast this morning and I gotta do this. So what do? We immediately react to the things of which our mind is telling us. Now, we have been taught in this principle of how to choose a path of love, and what you're learning is that you're not a slave to your mind. You're actually more so in control of your reality more than you think, and all it takes is a little bit of love. Now, on this path, I actually wrote down a few things that I think that will be very helpful to help you determine if you're walking or how to choose a path of love. The love path, I don't want it to make it sound like it's all, gloomy and rosary and smells so well, like this sandalwood that I'm burning. But it's not necessarily that. It's not a sense of beauty. It's a sense of where you force your inner light to shine in an exterior way, so you can become that light where others begin to see. Now, oftentimes it is very common for people to begin the work of what you call spirituality. After they leave religion, you begin work of spirituality, and then you get caught up and you don't revert back to your soul or to yourself or to your being. Don't get it confused that love is about choosing a gift that you have and you're walking in that gift and you're delivering that gift, because that also too could be a way to get stuck into spirituality. I myself even know this more than probably, I wouldn't say anyone, but I know this a lot, me being a medium and having that form as a gift. It has given me the opportunity to follow through with things within that area, to basically just take that part or that aspect of myself and only follow through with that stuff. And then I talk to myself and I'm like, self, wait a minute, it's way more to me. Like it's look, way more. Like I'm deeper, I'm more than that, And in reality, we all are. So I'm just here to remind you of the soul, of your body, of the light aspect, not necessarily the body, but the soul aspect of who you are and the path in which you get to choose. So to know you're choosing a path of love, number one, you must be able to recognize if you are honoring yourself or honoring your purpose. Now, you might not know what your purpose is. You might be a little bit confused. Let's face it, we all are confused about like certain things when you come into this awakening of your soul, not necessarily spiritual like I mentioned, but more so of a soul awakening, getting in touch with who you are as a person. You get confused with, what is my purpose? What am I here for? What am I supposed to be doing? Like, I want to figure that part out, because if I figure that part out, then guess what? I can take off. But it's not the aspect of figuring what the purpose is to get to your choosing that path of love. The purpose is a vehicle, right? The purpose is a form of, it's like a vehicle, but it's also like information that you get that kind of keeps you on track when you're moving. So your purpose is not meant for you to that be the only vehicle that you have to get to where you're going. The purpose is there to really just make sure that you're staying on track. I like to think of it like, a railroad track. You have the railroad and you have the track. So sometimes the train can you have the railroad and you have the track. You have the train and the railroad. So sometimes the train can get derailed, or it can fall off that track. Knowing your purpose, or knowing how to navigate through your purpose, is how you stay on the track to continue to move forward in this journey. I truly believe that. I feel like it is the track that's keeping you attached to the right path. Now, when you navigate through different paths, you learn different aspects about you in regards to who you are, but your purpose truly never ever changes. If you are a speaker, if you are here to motivate, if you are here to heal, you can do that during various forms or various ways. It might be through a doctor, it might be through therapy, or speaking in someone's life. You might be here to heal on level with children. So that never really changes. The way you go about it never really changes. But the matter of fact of the purpose is there. Now, when you're choosing a path of love, and when you're wanting to know how to choose a path of love, you must identify, are you in honor? Are you honoring your purpose? Are you in the full aspect of honoring yourself and your soul? So your soul is an aspect of the amount of time that you're willing to invest into your happiness, into your purpose. That's what I think of the soul as, because the more I spend time with my soul to listen to it, the more I honor my soul by just doing the things that make me feel amazing, or that's the amount of time that I'm willing to invest to know more about honoring my purpose, or more about being in alignment with my purpose. So you must identify, when you're choosing a path of love, is you're not here to identify a path of love by choosing an exterior part of your life. You're here to choose what your soul is. Are you in honor of who you are? Do you feel rejection? Do you feel like something is hindering you on your path, or on your way to what you think your purpose is? You could be just starting out. I remember a time when I was, starting my journey, before even starting this journey into spirituality. I was convinced that I was going to be a dancer, like a top dancer. Like, I was going to do plays, and I was going to be in all of these things. Many of you know, some of you don't know, but I was a trained dancer. I was, I say was, but I'm still is. I was a trained dancer. I did ballet, I did jazz, I did hip hop, and I was just so convinced that I was just going to be like the top of the line. Okay, I was convinced that I was like, okay, this is my path. So it could be some things that you're good at that might lead you or to a destination of your purpose, or you might feel this connection to, but it might not necessarily be your purpose. All of these things come into play. It's kind of like mini series that are put together to create an entire movie. Now, if you don't know, movies are pictures. They're just a whole bunch of pictures put together to create what you see as a visual, as a movie. So it's like you have all of these different pictures about your soul, about your purpose, but all of it leads to the ultimate part of you, which is your soul, your purpose. Now, you have to identify if you're in honor with your soul or your purpose. Now, this doesn't come easy. It doesn't come to, like, you're not just going to wake up one day and have it. you're going to have to create some sort of system, some sort of action, some sort of something to be in honor of that. Now, the only way that you can do this is by being self-aware. You have to be aware of what you want, what you don't want, what your life is like. Not necessarily judging, because when you join and when you get into the habit of forming some sense of like soul purpose, a soul journey, you easily get into the habit of judging. Like when you see something and you're like, well, they shouldn't be doing that. They eating some meat over there. You get into that habit of judging, and I can say this wholeheartedly because I was there. That was me. You couldn't tell me anything about anything, okay? Now, I've been vegan for a long time, for 3 years, but you couldn't tell me about like me looking at someone like, you're eating that? You're doing that? Now, there is a clear definition of when you have some purpose, or when you have, or you're choosing a path of love, you're going to choose a path of love in totality. You're not going to just, feed your spirit or feed your soul with all of these high vibrational frequencies of music and resting and dream traveling, or journaling and feeding your body these beautiful foods, or something that you want to do, drinking smoothies, you just want to have a great day, but then you forget to exercise, and then you get in this habit where you're doing all of these things but you're not exercising. When you commit to your path of love, you're committing in totality, in everything, mind, body, spirit, and soul. So you are going to still have to be, or you're still going to want to make sure that you're doing some sort of everything, because everything is in totality. Nothing is just off. So if you have that one person, that talks to you all the time about being spiritual, and they're not eating meat and they're not doing this, but they don't get up and go work out, and they don't go exercise their body, and they don't go and try to do movement with yoga, or even just walking and lose weight, or do something within their body or their vessel, then that's where you begin to question things. It's not necessarily judging, it's where you begin to question, because you have to watch who and what you're tuning into, because whatever you give your attention to, you essentially take on the energy and you become. So I always encourage that it's not about just investing into your soul. You must invest in totality of mind, body, spirit, soul, everything. Spirit and soul is essentially the same thing, but you must invest in everything, because when you do something that is not necessarily honoring your body, you're going to feel it. If you do something that's not honoring your soul, you're going to feel it. So what do? You have to bring that thing into balance. You have to find that balance. So meditation, can heal the mind, it can heal the spirit. But physically exercising heals the mind, because it teaches you discipline, it teaches you order, and it gives you motivation. It teaches you how to ignore mental thoughts, things that might come in that are here to distract you from your path, or things that are here to like I said, for you to just react versus taking a position of being in the present and just observing. I talked about this in about a week ago, how you are here to be an observer, and I actually gave a few tips on how to observe. So if you guys want me to run through that, just let me know in the comments below, and I'll be happy to do that in another video. But how you should take your mind away from every single thought that's coming in and not reacting to it, versus coming to a position where you're just observing your thoughts. So when you get those thoughts, you have to be in a position of observation, not in a position of reacting. Okay, and that is how you break free of the mental. But also exercising, physical workout, physical strengthening, physical conditioning. I don't care if it's just swimming. All of these things play a role into the mental or into the logical aspect of your soul, or of your avatar, of your body. And then you also have that soul aspect which you can feed that through meditation, through sound frequency, through laughter, through vibration, through love, through pure light source energy. You can do that in various forms or various ways to feed the soul. But you have to ask yourself, am I honoring my purpose? Am I on track with who I am? Am I honoring this? And while we're going through this, y'all, just go ahead and pull out a pen and a paper and start to rate yourself 1 to 10. How much do you feel like you're honoring your purpose? How much do you feel like you're moving in the direction of your purpose? How much do you feel like you listen to your intuition? That is honoring your purpose. So when you begin to rate that on a 1 to 10, then you have to get down to the clarity of things, right? Trust me, I've done this and it gets real. Okay, this is real. This is not for play. This form of communication, this unity, this building that we have is not on a level that many will understand. This is not surface. This is very deep into your soul and helping you navigate through life, because where we are right now in this energy, in this time frame, it is a clear division. I know you guys have heard it many times before. You've heard, oh, we're in this new time, we're in this new earth, it's the Aquarian age, it's the Aquarius age, which they're both interchangeably, you can use the words the same. But we're in the age of the newness, the awakening, the new beginning, all of these things. The great conjunctions are here and nothing is in retrograde, and we having all this movement, and then you get caught up into what's the zodiac sign saying, what is this saying, what is this person saying. You have to learn to listen to your inner voice. So this is why the topic of how to choose a path of love is here, because this is going to help you navigate the now, navigate what is coming through, navigate how you hear things, how you see things in your attention, the attention span of what you put into things. See, some of you just don't get how important it is to hear your soul, but many of you do, because you're here at this moment. So trust and believe, if you're here at this moment, you're hearing this message for a reason. You're hearing this for a specific reason to help guide you. But it's very important to listen to your inner soul, to your inner guidance, because many people tap into systems like I talked about before, but one of the biggest and the strongest system that you have available and ready at any moment, at any time, is your soul. It's yourself. So when you give yourself attention in that aspect of honoring who you are, honoring your path, your purpose, your truth, your path of love, then you really start to put nuggets and coins into your bag, not anyone else's, into your bag. So healing is the next aspect. So after you ask yourself, or you rate yourself from 1 to 10, you're going to ask yourself, how am I healing? How am I healing properly on the path that I'm choosing? Is this path healing me properly? Am I going through something that needs healing while I'm on my way on this journey and this path? And do I completely feel like, I'm fulfilled in the healing aspect? Am I able to heal myself? So that is a part of hearing your soul, listening to your soul. So on the path of honoring honoring your path, honoring your soul, you have to determine if you're honoring the healing process that has to take place while you're getting that there, or while you're on that journey, because the healing place is way more powerful from a position of honoring your soul than any other place. So you can honestly, go on YouTube, the World Wide Web or whatever, and you can get a lot of information on how to heal yourself, how to feel better in 5 minutes, and how to do this. But what really takes the time is the healing process that it takes for you. And it doesn't look like everyone else. You might be in touch with a lot of spiritual things, or you just might not be. You could just be like, I'm hurting, I need help in this situation, I'm ready to heal, how do I do this? And oftentimes that is how you get the most bang out of your buck, right? That is how you get the most benefit out of your package or your deal or your path or your purpose, is because you are saying that definitively that it is time for me to request or demand some sort of healing from myself. And that is how you grow. So oftentimes we get, we're here and we want to know much more about our souls from an exterior point. But have you ever visited your soul in an interior point, like from the point of you, the existence of you? Because that in itself, it resonates with power, source. Because now you become the energy, the source in which you had healed or needed healing. Now you have become that healing for others or yourself. So please don't be confused by everyone jumping on the spiritual bandwagon right now, because I'm gonna keep it 5150. It's gonna be a lot of that. It's gonna be a lot of that. It's gonna be a lot of people like, oh, I'm a shaman, I'm a goddess, I'm this, I'm that. You're going to get a lot of people that are going to be ready to step into their higher self, or to a part of them that they feel like they have, perfected. But you have to really, really assess, like, how much work have they put in? How much work, because to be so perfect and so profound is not real. To be so all around, I'm gonna tell you, I'm still healing on my journey, because no one here is in the process where they're not healing. But I make sure that I'm taking care of every aspect of where I need healing. I listen to my soul. Baby, do I listen. I listen to my spirit. I listen to my guides. I listen to myself. When that 11:11, I see that 11:11 on the clock, I'm not thinking about traditionally what the 11:11 means. Yes, I know it means we're walking through a portal. I know it means I'm getting these upgrades. I know it means that Spirit is saying that the gate and the roads are open. But also, when I listen to my soul saying that I need to be listened to I need to currently stop what I'm doing and listen to a certain frequency of 11:11. I need to listen to the 11:11 hertz to get my upgrade that I need to help assist me, for me to take myself away from the ego and place myself with my higher self. That's what I need at 11:11. And then Spirit is also saying that, you know what, you need to make sure that you are connecting with a crystal or some sort that is on that frequency. So not everything is about what does this mean? What does that mean? What does this mean? And then you have spiritualists that come out and tell you, okay, well, this conjunction means this. This means this. I've been guilty of it. It feels like a handicap of some sort. It feels like you're going to this person and that person to figure out what's in the works for Pisces today. What's in the works for this zodiac sign today? What's in the works for this? Even some of my videos are on here, and you're picking that energy. But that's why I'm deviating and steering away from a lot of the zodiac things, because I necessarily don't feel that it's going to benefit you. Because you're going to be caught up in what is the fire sign? What's the energy for fire right now? You are that. So you must tap into that in which you are, if that makes sense. So on this process, on your path of love and how to choose a path of love, that's the biggest part that it takes. It takes time for you to honor yourself. You have to honor your purpose by listening to where you're at. Are you on track? And then you have to begin to say, well, am I getting healing with the track that I'm on? Am I getting healing with the purpose that I'm in? Is there any healing? Do I feel confident that I am healing myself on this path? Or am I just on here every day just talking about healing but not really doing the work? You have to ask yourself, am I scrolling through social media looking for ways to heal myself but not really doing the work? So rate yourself from 1 to 10 on that. We'll get back to the numbers. Now, the next aspect of how to choose a path of love is to ground This is very important. You know, you guys, I connected with the trees in my personal journey this morning. I do it mostly every morning. I can't say every morning, but Spirit has been calling me to nature to just connect with what's around me, because that nature aspect is already in me. So I noticed that I wasn't given that space healing, and Spirit actually called me to go deep with that. So I got up, I got this little routine, and I go and get in nature. I go to the woods, I go and I'm walking and I'm talking and I'm connecting. And whichever tree pulls me in to say, you need to come a little closer because I need to heal you at this point. That's the tree that I go to. And I ask the tree. Well, I spend a lot of time. Let me back up here. I spend a lot of time with this one particular tree. And, you know, this tree, it gave my soul life, baby. It put information into my body, into my soul, just by just sitting there connecting with the tree. Yes, I said a tree, but I was connecting with it. And I asked the tree, I was like, why is it that some of the trees here are alive and some of them are dead? Because I really wanted to know. I was like, why is it that some of the trees are very, very green and some of them are brown and they just completely dead? Like, what is it? Why can't everyone thrive? Why can't everyone look the same? And the tree reminded me of life. And it said that not everyone can be on the same frequency. The difference between the ones that are thriving or living is because they have chose a path of independency, where they don't look for others to feed them things. They begin to feed themselves. They begin to nurture themselves. They go down in the roots and get what they need, the source, the water. They get everything that they need from themselves. But the others that might look pretty, but they rotten to the core, or they might not even appeal to look very nice, it's because they are pulling onto other energies. They're pulling onto other energies and they think that they're getting to the proper source, but they're getting nothing and they're dying. They're not getting proper source. They can only get source whenever somebody or earth chooses to water it. But besides that, it's not going to put them in a thriving position. People that thrive have strong roots. Y'all don't hear me. People that thrive have strong roots, because they're not only getting source from source, water, sunlight, they're getting source from their foundations, from that in which they stand on. I mean, this was so deep and so powerful, so profound. So I was like, wow. So you're telling me that there are people like this in this world that use others to pull their energy from, or want to connect with others to pull energy from, and then you look at their bush, you look at their tree, and it's not so bright. They might dress it up or look good, but if you really look in the soul, it's not so bright. So that's why it's important to observe. You don't have to choose which person is coming on talking about spirituality in this way or that way or this way or that way. You have to observe, because people tell you who they are through their experiences, through their character. Not everything is about, oh, you need to worry about the conjunction today. You need to do a ritual on this full moon today, because it's about the soul. It is about the soul that is really elevating. And once you commit to that aspect, is no turning back. So you have to ask yourself, am I choosing a path of love? Because the path of love is going to pull you closer to your soul. It is not going to have you researching it into all of these exterior things and you learning about this and learning about that. It's going to be what feels right for my soul, for my being, for my ascension, what feels good to me at this time, at this moment. How am I honoring that? So you have to humble yourself and begin to ground. So I went out in nature to ground and thought that I was going to be out there getting all of these messages and I was going to go on about my life. And yeah, I left with some real healing. I left with some real grounding because I wrapped my arms around the tree with permission. And that tree told me how much it was ready to pour into me. It gave me so much to pour into my soul. It had me visualizing out of this world. And it showed me the importance of grounding. So are you grounded on your purpose, on your path? Are you grounded in your truth? Are you grounded in your knowing? Are you grounded in yourself? Are you grounded? Or are you looking for grounding? Are you trying to find your footing by trying to find your purpose, by trying to attach to this? Well, I think this might work for me, so let me try it. You know what? I'm gonna buy a couple of properties. I'm gonna get in this real estate game because everybody say it's popping. It might work for me. Now, I'm not knocking how to get your coins. Get your coins. But there are things that essentially are a part of your purpose that is much different from the person you live with or the person that's next door. Their purpose is not yours. So you have to see what fits in alignment. Because have you ever met people that actually choose something in their path and everything just seems to work out perfectly? It's like they're choosing this, and I mean they have no hiccups throughout their life. Like they're on the straight path or straight road to success. Well, that is because they are in true honoring of their purpose, of who they are. And it works for their purpose, but not everything works for everyone's purpose, if you get what I'm saying. So rate yourself to see if you are truly grounded in your purpose. Are you grounded to know that you have spiritual support or you have support on this path? The purpose that you're on, are you grounded in knowing that you yourself is enough on the path that you are on? When I first started my journey, baby, I had to learn that I had to ground myself so much with wanting to know about who I was and my purpose. I had to ground myself so much because the journey is alone. That journey, just like the tree was saying, it's alone. So you have to ground yourself in knowing that you are enough on the purpose. Don't get it twisted. Don't get confused about the message. When spirit, when your soul, and now I'm using these interchangeably now because spirit is your soul. It is you. But when your soul gives you a path or opening to take, and you choose to take that road, you must be able to say and honor the path that was given to you or the path that you chose to take. Because on that path, there will be blessings or there will be gifts or things that you probably wouldn't experience had you wouldn't have chose that path. And sometimes it's not necessarily material. It might not be material. It might be making sure that your purpose is more fulfilled and rich with information. You might not get the information from a book. You might get the information from your soul. You might learn all of these things that is enriching your soul, but it's pouring into you. It's paying you through your choice or through the path that you chose, through knowledge. But when you don't honor the path that you chose, that you know that you feel that is right, if you don't honor that path while you're given that path, and you just say, I feel this is right, but I want to go back to something that's comfortable. I want to go back to something that is not shifting me. I want to go back to something where I don't have to think so much, where I don't have to try to figure these things out. I want to go to that path. Then you are putting a slap right into the hand of which your soul has chosen. You are literally cursing your own hand. You're cursing your own spirit and your own soul because you chose the path because you knew that it was right for you, that you don't have it all figured out, but you just know that it's right. You chose that because you know, but then you fall going back into which you have overcome and the path that you walked away from. Don't you dare. do that to your soul. Your soul deserves more. Your soul hears you. Your soul needs you. Your soul knows. Don't you dare cross that path out. Don't you dare get rid of your blessings before they come on your plate. Don't get rid of your blessings before they come on your plate. Don't settle for that. You know how you waiting for some food to come in, and you out to dinner, but you hungry, and you waiting for them, like you didn't order it. You ordered it. You thinking about all the ways this is just gonna be so divine, so good in my stomach. It's just gonna be such an experience, and you're sitting there waiting, but you get impatient. And you like, yeah, you visualizing how it's gonna be, but then you just getting impatient. You're just like, I'm ready. I'm ready to eat now. And then, time continues to go back, and then you ask, excuse me, where's my food? Where's my food? Is it coming? Yeah, ma'am. The kitchen had to do something extra special for your meal because we prepared it and it dropped. So now we have to add and remake these ingredients, and we have to make sure that it's even more than what you expected. Oh, okay. But I'm hungry though. Well, can I get you something to snack on? Yeah, I'll take something, an appetizer. Yes, it's on the house, but yeah, give me the appetizer. And you taking that appetizer, and you eating the appetizer, and then you get to your meal, and your meal is divine. It's coming out. It's got the bells, it's got the whistles, it's got the smells, it's got everything. And then they give you even more than what you was even expecting, more than even what you had ordered or envisioned for your life. And you're sitting there with the appetizer, and you like, I'm full. I don't even want my main dish no more. You can go ahead and take that off the menu. What? You can take that off the menu. Excuse me, ma'am? Trust me. I promise you do not want to skip this meal. If no, you know what? I'm good. The appetizer did it. I'm irritated. I'm ready to go because my food didn't come out, and I'm good. So that is what it's like when spirit or you choose a path that's honoring your soul, and then you go back to something, a situation, a relationship, or something that is not in alignment, and you settle. Don't settle for what you're being given for. Don't settle for that appetizer that they gave you just to fill you up, just to close you up. No, we are here for the main course, the meals, baby. We want the meals. You want what Spirit promised you, and Spirit is going to give it to you. But Spirit is saying, be patient with that timing. And make sure you got all of the steps that in order. Honoring your purpose, healing, and grounding are essential for you to get that plate that you need. Because if you would have been grounded, you would have known that you would have had to sit a little bit longer, and you were supported, and you can get a little bit more water. If you would have been grounded, you wouldn't have made a decision that's quick or that was fast that could have ruined something. If you were grounded, you will know to trust that in your soul and your purpose, that you're on the right purpose, and you ordered the right thing, and your food is coming, and it's coming. That is what it teaches you. Had you would have been healing, the healing teaches you that sometimes you have to go through things to get where you have to go. Sometimes you have to experience things to get where you have to go. Sometimes people show up in different forms or different fashions to appear some sort of way as a reflection of you, to remind you how much more you have to do. That is the process. So rate yourself, honor your purpose, heal, and grounding. How do you rate yourself in this alignment or in the path of love? Now, the last part of path of love is self-awareness. In order to choose a path of love, you must constantly be in some sort of self-awareness of your soul, of who you are, of what you're seeing, that reflection, because no one or nothing is here that is totally transformed, that totally has it all, that comes as a teacher to be like, bam, I got the shit together. I got it together. No. You don't. Because 9 times out of 10, this is something that I found out on my journey from healing, grounding, and working through the mechanics of me, was that you resonate with people because it's a part of you or a part of aspect that needs healing, that you need to revisit. So I found out, like, on my journey, I would resonate with a lot of men. I wouldn't even resonate with a lot of women. I would resonate with a lot of men. And I was like, why do I keep resonating with these men, or with these men that I would deem as divine masculine? And a part of it was because that I was resonating with a part of myself that I needed healing from. That I needed to heal myself in a divine masculine. I needed to heal the divine masculine within me. I needed to see that I was capable and strong enough to do the things, or appear to be more confident, not appear to be, but to truly be more confident in who I was, because the divine masculine within my soul needed healing. That confidence was stricken at some point in my life. It went down through relationships, through whatever the case may be. At some point in your life, it goes down. So you have to figure out, what is it? Why do I keep resonating with this person? I don't want people to resonate with me. I don't want you to resonate with me. Because resonating with me means that I am reflecting something to you. Like a sound. Okay, let me say it like this. This is how it was given to me by Spirit. So I'm going to give it to y'all how it was given to me. Is that when you resonate with something, it's kind of like being in the studio. And you know how they put the pads on the wall? And by the way, you guys, my mic is not working. I got to buy an attachment so you guys can hear me better. But you know how you put the pads on the wall and then the sound bounces off the wall? It is bouncing off the wall. That is what resonation means. Is that person, or that frequency, that sound, or that energy, that person in which you're resonating with, is bouncing off the wall because it's reflecting back to you. It really is an aspect of you that you have not honored, that you have not healed, that you need more guidance and more wisdom from, but it's a part of you that needs work. So that's why you notice that you could be on a wave with somebody. You could be like, oh yeah, I like this person. I really, really enjoy you. I really, really resonate with you. But then next minute you know, you're like, I don't resonate with you. That just, you hear a message, you be like, that just don't hit. It ain't hitting no more. And then next thing you know, you're going on to the next person, or going on to the next thing in which you resonate with. So take them as moments of healing. You don't want to take it out on the person, because they're reflecting back to you in which you need to heal. But it's an aspect that the reason why you resonated with it, because that sound in which they have, or they emulate, is a sound in you that you need to redo, reboot, recharge, upgrade, tone up, tune up. Or it's an aspect of you in which you are not emulating out, that you need to make sure that that's an area where you can go and heal that aspect of that resonant. To resonate is to resonate. To hear a sound. Resonate is a sound, it's a frequency, it's a vibration. So what vibration are they holding that you are trying to connect with? And then oftentimes you can resonate with people and connect with people on the vibration of trauma, of something that reminds you of where you were, something that reminds you of where you have been or what you have done. But it might not necessarily be in alignment with who you are now or your purpose. That is why you have to constantly be self-aware. It's hard to be self-aware in a world where something is always constantly coming at you. But you really have to take the time to be self-aware. Is this really resonating with me because I'm connecting with this person on a trauma base? Because when I was connecting with a lot of masculine energies, Am I connecting with this energy because, I see this person that doesn't have, enough confidence in their self. They don't have this about them. Is it because I don't have that about me? So you have to be self-aware of where you are. And then when you begin to ask yourself those questions, that is how you get on the path of love. Because now you begin to choose yourself each and every time. You won't wait on anyone else to choose you. You will choose yourself. You don't need anything else. You won't want for anything else but the path of yourself, the choosing that path of love, because that love is that frequency and that vibration in which only you deem which is necessary for your life, in which only you deem which is necessary for your life. The love is not the judgment of others, and I want to be very clear about that. Because that's where I was. I was there. Judging this, judging that. Oh, you can tell me, you drinking milk? Animal? Cow's milk? So you don't want to be in that process of where you're beginning to judge. That is not a path of choosing a path of love. Choosing that path of love is where you say, oh, I see how I resonate with you. Now let me go back into myself and heal that. Oh, I see where I need healing at. Let me go back and heal that. Oh, I see where I need to be grounded at. Let me go out in nature and get grounded. That's choosing that path of love. And then when you really choose it, you just walk, baby. You just walk. You like, I ain't connecting with nothing. I don't want to connect with none of that. I just want to be myself and be free because I'm choosing that path of love of me. I don't want to be connected to anything else. Y'all can have that. I'm going to just do me every single day. That's choosing the path of love. So, ways to go about it and how to choose it is to identify. You want to rate yourself on self-awareness. How aware are you of your being, of how you're living your life? And when you begin to look at yourself from that aspect, you'll begin to rate yourself and see, well, maybe I need to invest more into my learning or my spiritual techniques or what I need, my self practices, my self care practices. That's how you become stronger on your path of love, because you're now being aware of your energy. You're not judging who you are. You're just aware. If that makes sense. I hope that really makes sense, because it's hard to, sometimes some people might not find the balance of how do I get to the point where I'm not judging myself but I'm aware? Well, you get to that point by not scrutinizing every single thing that you do that might not be what you feel that is right for you at that moment. If you meet somebody and y'all kiss, oh well. That's a part of being self-aware, that you're in the moment and dang, I didn't want to do that. I wasn't planning on doing that, but you know what? Don't judge it. That's a part of being but it's also a part of honoring your purpose too. Because you're self-aware to see yourself in whichever manner and just, hey, I live and I learn. Because it was one thing that one of my heavy energies that walk with me and talk with me had said to me was that, what is a life with no experiences? What is a life with no experience? If you're walking on this path that's just ding, 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 ding. What's a life with no experiences? You got to have some sort of experience in some sort of form or fashion. So if you begin to judge every single thing in your life, then how are you going to know what works and doesn't work? So your path of love is not about choosing a path of judging everything. Oh, I can't do this, you know what? Because this is going to cause this, and I can't do this because this is going to cause this, and yeah. So no, you have to experience. Life is about experiences. So begin to recognize and see how self-aware are you? Are you truly self-aware, or are you worried about where the planets are placed today? Be aware. And this is not to knock astrologers at all, or anyone that is into reading charts or have some sense of that, because I read charts. I read my own chart. I ain't gonna read your chart, but I read charts. And this is not about that. It's not about me saying, oh, well, you shouldn't get your chart read. Oh, you shouldn't do this. No, you do what is necessary, because that's the part about purpose and finding about being self-aware. You might want to know a little bit more about you, but to know in life that you are self-aware, you're constantly improving yourself. You're not staying into the energy of stuck or comfortability. If you're comfortable right now, then you're not self-aware. Because self-awareness requires change constantly. It doesn't matter who you are, what you do, what you think. Self-awareness is always going to require some sort of change within you. Self-awareness is really going to catapult your life to the next phase after you, during this path of choosing love. I mean, not even after, but during the path of choosing love, because the path of love is very slim. And I'm not talking about the glittery, the sweet, oh, I'm so happy all the time, I'm just in love, da 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 da. No, I'm not talking about that. That's superficial. That's how you build up the exterior point of your avatar. I'm talking about that deep love with your soul, yourself. So rate yourself from 1 to 10. Now, once you get that area, now you know how to choose a path of love, because you can begin to work on those areas in which you now see your numbers. Because a 10 out of 10 is just perfect. A 10 out of 10 is like, I don't need, look, hold on, wait. Wait, I'm trying to get it, hold on. Okay, I can't get it. But a path of 10 is just like, I'm perfect. Nothing needs to be changed about me. Nothing needs to happen in my life. I'm so perfect. I'm so perfect. I'm so profound. Like, everything is good. So a 10 is just perfect. Well, then you can keep it moving. But what will happen in all sense of just seriousness here? You will see that your numbers will reflect how you feel. And go with the first numbers that you feel, because the first numbers that you feel are the numbers that your soul knows. Okay, you can't trick your soul. So you write down the first numbers, and then that's the area where you begin to attack or revisit or say, this is where I need healing from. This is what I need to go into a little bit more. This is how I connect with myself a little bit more to go deeper. Okay, so I hope this does help you. I hope this is something that is truly beautiful in my heart, in my space, to talk about this. This is totally different than what you've seen. Of course, I'm gonna have these recorded on my camera. My camera is actually charging up at the moment. And yeah, so I'm actually gonna have this definitely set out for us to just begin these sessions. Because what's very important right now is that the path of your soul is growing, is important. It's not necessarily like, everyone talks about this age or this time that we're in, but what I'm being drawn to for me and my soul is to give clarity about how to really find you and your path. Like, give that clarity, because it's enough people out here that talk about all these different aspects of everything. No one is so many experts on one topic that's just never been me. I've never been in the lane. I'm in my own lane. I've never been in the lane of others. I've always rode my own lane. So in this lane, we're going to be talking about how you can really affect your growth, how you can really change your life, how you can really grow during this 2021 year. And then various tools, various systems, not necessarily religious systems or spiritual systems, but everyday things that you can use to help with your process, whether it's sound healing, and these, I will go into specifics on these things, and as well as data information, giving you these things on why they work. If you try these particular things, why they work and why they're guaranteed to help change your life and shift it for the better, how you'll get a new outlook or outcome based on investing your time into these things. It's like I said, it's so many people that are going to be right now in this age of Aquarian, they're going to be popping up and thinking that tarot is about reading a tarot card that says you need to heal, or the tarot card says healing, and then they say, well, you need to heal. Well, that's obvious. It's not about that. It's really about going much deeper, because some people heal through sound therapy. Some people heal through active therapy. Some people heal through passive therapy, such as meditation, so many different ways. So, and then I want to say this, that a lot of people are waking up. A lot of gifts are naturally there, activated with, like, you know, intuition or psychic abilities are not just like this secret, right? They're not just secluded to a lot of different individuals. All psychic ability is intuition. Some people have strong intuition. Some people have not as much strong intuitions. And then it's ways in which you strengthen your intuition. But all of this is just intuition. You know, it's something that is there. But some people come here on this earth already with that intuition being heightened, super dialed up. And some people have to work for that dial. But it doesn't necessarily mean because you have that ability that you're here to do that in every way. It doesn't necessarily mean that. It doesn't mean that just because you're psychic, you have to do that. You know, it doesn't mean that. So I hope this helps you guys, you know, because everybody is trying to get into this energy of being psychic. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. But I've noticed the trend in that. And like I said, this is not me judging. This is me just observing. Why is this such a trend? Because what you will notice is there are a lot of people are going to be jumping on a spiritual bandwagon. But a lot of these people, if you really assess them and assess their soul, they're broken, they're unhealed, and they're giving out these things exteriorly. And it's not really helping you invest into you or your purpose or who you are. As a matter of fact, you might be even more confused about who you are, or more confused about the process in which you're learning to know about you, because it's easy to tap into somebody else's frequency. It's easy to resonate with someone, but like I said, I don't want you to resonate with me. I want you to feel this as if you know this. Okay, I don't want you to be like, oh, I love you so much. I resonate with you. You're such a beautiful, don't. This ain't that, because guess what? I am human. I am human, and this is just it. This is just me. This is the core of who I am. This is it. But don't put me on a pedestal. Don't resonate with me. Like, don't be like, oh, you just this and that. No. I know you guys want to tell me thank you. I'm not saying don't say that. Like, I know you want to say thank you so much. But yeah, I really hope this hits home for you. I really hope you do the work. And yeah, let's go. 2021, we're taking off Align with Arianna. If you would like your own personal readings to go deeper into your Akashic records. Now, the readings that I'm doing are going into your Akashic records. They might help pull out some things. If you need just a little bit more assistance, if you're not able to do it through these steps or these ways, I'm always here as a mentor, never a teacher. I'm not here to teach you all of these things because I don't know all of these things. I don't know everything. I'm a mentor. But if you're looking for a personal reading from a mentor, from me, Align with Arianna, you can visit my website at www.alignwitharianna.com. Or if you just want to connect with me on Instagram, you guys be sure to connect with me there, because I give a lot of updates. I give a lot of specials. I give a lot of downloads. Free game, okay? I'm giving you the free game on Instagram. And if you want to connect with me there, be sure to connect with me. I love you guys so, so much. And this is an honor to be here in the presence of this realm. May we shift the energy of our souls, heal on many different levels, and do the work. Yeah, do the work this season. I love you. Peace, love. Why do? Bye.